Hi, I'm Scott Shadley, Director of Leadership Narrative and Evangelist with Solidigm, and I'm here live at GTC with Rob from Dell. Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, my name is Rob Hunsaker. I'm Director of Engineering Technologists at Dell. I work in the unstructured data storage division, representing our products PowerScale, ObjectScale, and newly announced Project Lightning.
Very cool. So, it's newly announced, as in, is this a GTC announcement or something just before?
Just before, yeah. We'll definitely
why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Today. Sure, yeah, we can start there. So Project Lightning is something that we announced last year at Dell Tech World that's optimized for AI environments.
Okay.
So it's a parallel file system. We've seen certain use cases that have extreme needs for performance that a traditional file system can't meet. So we're taking our own IP, we're building a new product from scratch that's PowerScale Project Lightning. And it's meant to be the fastest parallel file system in its market segment today.
Very cool. So this joins the rest of the family at PowerScale as far as the solution sets that you're offering for that particular market segment.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So a lot of people, when they hear the word Dell and the company name Dell, they think servers, and we're from the storage group, so I'd love to just
I thought they thought Michael Dell.
Oh, yeah, no, there's that. You know, he is the guy. He's the guy. You know,
Yeah,
next to Jensen. Jensen's Super Bowl king, right?
Right.
Or at least AI king for right now. But give us a little bit on what's cool about the storage side of Dell.
Well, at Dell we have many different storage products. Our main goal is to meet every use case that a customer may have and make the main storage product at the end of the day not matter, right?
Okay.
So what we try to do is we serve storage needs where customers want them, any use cases they want them, really focusing on the data and less on the storage product line.
Okay.
And we have a product that we're really marketing for AI use cases to tie it all together called the Dell Data Lakehouse.
Okay.
Which is a joint storage, power edge, and software feature.
Okay.
That
full solution stack, if you will.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very cool. And so I think that's very interesting synergies because, you know, we're a storage provider, if you will, to your storage platforms. And for us, it's really all about the data as well. So we've had some opportunities to work with you and your teams and the various teams, I mean, small company, right? Around the different high capacity drives, the performance drives. So when you made the comment about, you know, putting it where the customer needs it, doing what the customer needs it to do is very important for us as well. So it's great to hear that you guys, you know, continue to work down that path. I've had a long experience with the organization from being a partner for so many years. So
that's great. Yeah, Solidigm is the market leader, I believe, in high capacity QLC drives.
Yeah.
And so we use multiple of them today in our storage platforms. You know, PowerScale and ObjectScale are very optimized for high capacity unstructured data,
right.
Where you want extreme density at a reasonable cost point. And we definitely get that from Solidigm drives.
Very cool. And so being here at GTC, what's kind of one of your key goals of this event from your perspective as trying to drive the technology forward from your point of view?
Well, I guess, you know, the big goal is obviously to learn, right? NVIDIA moves so fast, it's hard to keep up, right? At the keynote, I think this morning they had, you know, many new announcements, new product lines, a very aggressive roadmap.
Yeah.
But a big thing for us is, you know, being ready for the enterprise as they're really entering in the AI market. You know, most enterprises, I think the numbers 10% are actually doing things in AI today.
Right.
The other 90% will be doing it sooner than later. So we're making sure all of our storage product lines are ready when they are.
Very cool. I think that's a very good point. You know, if you talk about the keynote and Jensen, he threw up a whole bunch of names and things and used the word CSP, I think more almost than he did Blackwell, which is kind of interesting to think through that realistically a majority of the marketplace is not really getting to that point yet. And we had a lunch as well where we got a chance to meet up with a bunch of our fellow colleagues in the space. And one of the guys at my table made the comment that he'd love to see someone actually making money off of training today, outside of being a CSP. So having Dell look at the broader space, the enterprise space, things like that, helps those customers be able to realize those values, right?
Absolutely, and what we think for making the enterprise see value in their data is to actually look at their data, right? So one thing you noticed from the keynote is NVIDIA talked a lot about the technology, a lot about the things that enabled the technology. He didn't talk much about the data, right? And that's where Dell comes in with our AI data platform and our storage products that can look across their entire data estate, help customers manage, query, and utilize their data once they want to, because you can't do anything with AI if you can't, visualize and see your data.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that focus on data. Plays very well into where you need to put the data. The data goes in your system, comes to our product in your system, and the synergies that our two companies have together is a great way to move this all forward. And when you look at everything going on in like the show floor and all the different technologies, there's not really a lot of storage talk. To your point, it's talking about inference, it's talking about training, it's talking about memory, talking about PU of some kind, in this case GPUs, but it's nice to be able to have a chance and talk to someone else, fellow about storage.
Yeah, well, customers kind of just expect storage to work.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's one of those things that it's absolutely a critical part of the process. You could argue it's the most important part of the process because if it breaks, the data's gone.
Exactly.
Everything else you can break and just restart, but if the storage breaks, you're going to lose your data, right? And that's why we work with companies like Solidigm to provide the highest resiliency drives. We have storage systems that can fail multiple drives, multiple nodes, so that you have a high degree of resiliency and redundancy in what is the crown jewels of every company, their data.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a great opportunity. So from that perspective, if we want to tell our viewers where to find you and how we get more information, where's the best place to look you up? Or the platform, the technology, all that.
Yeah, my team runs a blog, which is one of the best blogs on the internet, if you ask me.
I love it.
Unstructured Data Quick Tips, ran by Nick Trimby. He posts every Monday.
Okay.
The other Dell resources, we're posting a lot of stuff all the time. Infohub.delltechnologies.com.
There we go. I like it. Well, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to meet you, Rob.
Yeah.